the CFU 2026 Club Shield, brought to you by the Caribbean Football Union.
Stadium, where we're getting ready for the grand finale of the CFU Club Shield 2026, of course featuring Mount Pleasant out of Jamaica and Delfines del Este out of the Dominican Republic. These are the teams arriving a short while ago as they, of course, get set to do battle in this grand final. Both of them have already qualified for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup coming up later on, and a 10-team tournament. They would have added their names to the action there, but of course they have something a little more immediate on their minds as we of course look forward to this encounter with the teams again. The Dominican Republic outfit arriving, looking very serious indeed. Obviously, this is a big occasion for them, and the good thing for them is that the team that won this tournament a year ago also came from the Dominican Republic, the Mocha outfit, and so they will be hoping that that holds through here. You just saw Batista there. So, of course, the two teams are in the locker rooms, and let's hear what the coaches have to say.
It doesn't matter if you speak English, or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
We're here with the coach of the Mount Pleasant team, the Jamaican legend, Theodore Whitmore. Theodore, you're into the final. The mood in your team?
Mood is in the camp now is great. Would have achieved what we set out to achieve by making it to the final and qualifying for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. So would have achieved objective number one.
As a coach though, what are your thoughts going into this one?
Well, the thoughts are high. We don't want to be overconfident, but we are confident. We know it's a final. It's gonna be tough, but we want to start on the front foot. You know, we want to pick up where we left off. 2 games now, and each game we keep improving. So we just want to improve, and we just want to improve performance this afternoon, and we can live with the result.
Well, you've come through 2 tough teams, the team out of Barbados and then the last team, defending Caribbean Cup champion in Robin Hood. How do you think that will affect the legs of your team though?
Well, again, would have a experienced technical staff, you know, so the recovery process. So what we did from the last game we played coming into this game, I think, you know, we are okay. It's a final. The boys are upbeat and they are ready.
Well, coach, thanks. All the best going forward.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good evening, coach. Congratulations. You're into the finals. Your mood going into this final?
Felicidades, estamos en la final. ¿Cuál es su sentimiento para esta final?
Gracias. Bueno, los sentimientos son que un equipo que apenas entró a la Copa prácticamente ocupando el lugar de otro, hoy está jugando la final porque entendíamos que somos un equipo pues, que tiene con qué competir y el sentimiento es bastante satisfactorio.
A team that made it to the tournament because another team couldn't come, and now we're here in the final, makes it very, very pleasing for us to be here today.
Your team, how have they prepared for this final?
¿Cómo nos hemos preparado para esta final?
Bueno, sabrá que no tuvimos mucho tiempo para prepararnos, simplemente jugamos antes de ayer. Ayer hicimos regenerativo y nada, hoy venimos con toda la ilusión de hacer un buen partido y tratar de sacar un buen resultado.
As you know, we didn't have much time since we played the day before yesterday. So we did recovery sessions, and then we're ready now to make a good game and hopefully go for the cup.
What tactics are you going to use against this very experienced Mount Pleasant team?
¿Qué táctica vamos a utilizar contra un equipo de Mont Pleasant con mucha experiencia?
Bueno, prácticamente no te puedo revelar mi táctica, pero no, nuestro equipo seguirá siendo fiel a lo que viene haciendo, siempre intentando ser un equipo ordenado y intentar jugar, siempre intentar jugar, que es nuestro ADN, ser un equipo ordenado, ser un equipo intenso y nada, intentar quitarle la pelota al rival para entonces nosotros hacer nuestro juego.
Well, we don't want to reveal our tactics, but we'll stay true to our game, which is basically order and play with the ball, move it from side to side, and that's basically what we want to do. Emphasize a lot in that tactical order when we don't have the ball, and then when we have it, play with it.
Okay, coach, thanks very much. All the best going to this final.
No, gracias a ti por la entrevista y nada. Esperemos que sea una bonita final.
Thank you. We hope it's a beautiful game.
So you just heard there from the two coaches, of course, both of them wanting to end the tournament on a high and on a winning note, and but both of them have already qualified for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup coming up shortly. This is it, Mount Pleasant against Delfines del Este, and it should be a very interesting battle between these two unbeaten teams. As I say good afternoon to Sid Grape, former national footballer. Sid, nice school conditions, and I'm sure both of these teams was eager to get this game started and over with.
Yes, Ruskin, nice weather here today. Not as...
Let me again remind you that we used to say thank you to the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, the TTFA, host for the 2026 CFU Club Shield, streaming on Blue, Flow's premium streaming service, home to every 2026 CPL T20 match, the Premier League, the Champions League, and more. Ask your local Flow representative how to subscribe today. And the 2026 CFU Under 14 Challenge Series is upon us from August the 16th to the 23rd, Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. Also thanks to the National Carnival Commission of Trinidad and Tobago and Media 22 for their cooperation. And Sid, as we were saying, it is nice condition, and I would imagine this is really the icing on the cake.
Yes, Ruskin, we are in the final here today. The weather is a beautiful weather, not as hot as before. So I think both teams will be relishing to be playing in this cool condition, nice breeze blowing across the pitch as well. So I think hopefully we might get a much faster game than usual.
Yeah, it certainly is a very interesting encounter here, in wonderful conditions, one would have to say. The sun is just trying to kind of peek out here, but it's not anything like we had. We think back to the first day when we had a 10 o'clock start, and we saw the players wilting in the hot sun. I don't expect that here, but if anything, because of the size of this ground, I think that too could tell on some of the players, but we may not get that until maybe late in the contest, as opposed to what we would have seen with some players 15 minutes in and they already started to feel the pinch. Here comes the teams. Of course, the Jamaican outfit in their blue and white, and Mount Pleasant, and of course the Delfines del Este, making their way out into the middle along with the officials. The referee for today's game, of course, is Amory Majors of Bermuda. Angelo Doyle of Barbados is his first assistant, and Alejandro Cese from Cuba is the second assistant. Evans Julmus of the Bahamas is the fourth official, and the fifth official is Ainsley Maria from Curacao. And said, based on what we have seen from these two teams, we know the Jamaicans are not going to change much. They will still be aggressive. They're going to try to shut you down in midfield, and they're just going to, if they can't score on you, they'll wear you down, and maybe at the back end take advantage of tired legs, as opposed to what we've seen from Del Este, 2 penalty shootouts in succession. So they haven't been scoring many goals, but it has to be said, that penalty shootout that we saw a couple of days ago was probably one of the best penalties, because some of the penalties were world-class penalties.
Yes, Ruskin, they have won 2 games straight with penalties, and the penalties were magnificent penalties. Couldn't have asked for better penalties. Even the goalkeeper had such confidence by chipping to winning the game. So they have a lot of defensively. They seems to be solid.
Let me just give him the quick lineup here. Shaquan Davis, number 96, is the goalkeeper. Fitzroy Cummings wears number 4. Ricardo Thomas, 5. Daniel Green, number 9. Kyle Ming, number 14. Joshua Anglin, number 17. Christoyer Daly, number 23. Clifford Thomas, number 26. Trayvon Reed, number 28. Shaquille Bradford, number 30. And Mario Phillip, number 31. That's the Mount Pleasant lineup. The opponents for this one, Delfines del Este, Pedro Espinal Almonte in goal. Arias Bonilla Balanta wears number 2. Renzo Sala Batista wears 4. Emmanuel Gomez wears 9. Daniel Rutaro Enstroza wears 11. Esmalian Segura de Leon wears 13. Jan Ramos Mata wears 14. Christopher Almonte wears 16. Josiah Sanchez 20. Diego Losada 24. And Jorge Benitez Perez wears the number 80 for today. Again, our referee in the middle is Mr. Omri Majors out of Bermuda. So plenty to play for. Good thing both of them have already qualified, but somehow I don't get the impression they're just going to sit back and wait. We might actually see a different approach from Del Este because now they no longer have that pressure of trying to qualify. So here we go. They're in the final. Let's see if they will attack a little bit more. They did have 1 or 2 good chances in that game to break it open. Now they're under some pressure here, but again, showing a little bit of determination. Now he's had a really good game, I would have to say. Balanta and Batista. Here they are battling in that middle there. Players trying to get a quick start and no love lost. The Jamaicans, they've made the one change. Remember, they had starting most of their games was Interville. Number 20, he got an early yellow card and they took him off by halftime. And now he's on. Now he might be injured, I'm not sure, but he's still in the squad. And so he has been replaced by Christopher Daly, who came off the bench. And here he comes now. This could be interesting. And just not able to get it on target. Angling, coming onto the right foot, but not able to finish it.
Yes, Ruskin, that was a very powerful run there by Angling. I think he might be just disappointed by not having the ball on target, but basically that's a very good start there for Mount Pleasant.
Yep, Bradford going into that challenge there. Here they are winning it back and getting possession quickly. Thomas. This is where they're so good because they have a pretty good understanding of each other, the Mount Pleasant team. And if I remember correctly, what Theodore Whitmore was saying is that there are some new additions, so they're just they're using this tournament to kind of blood them, to get them into the rhythm, understanding the system a little bit better. So by the time they get back to the JPL, they are in good position. Here's a little miscommunication there because he was probably hoping that the goalkeeper, Ming it was, who was hoping the goalkeeper would come for it, but Davis had stayed in his goal and not bothered to attack the ball, and it just dribbled out for a corner kick, one that I don't think they really wanted to concede. However, are they going to play this short? They've pulled 2 Jamaican players out of the melee in the middle, and so maybe they will change it and go along with it as opposed to trying to keep it there. Yes, they're going to go along with it. That's not a bad ball. Just flicked on. And now chance to break out. Again, a little miscommunication there. They both seem to want to go for the ball. And then at the last minute, taken away. That's good. Daly taking it on nicely. Here they come again. That's a great ball played into space there. Once again, Bradford. He's trying to turn his man, but he's being policed there ever so closely by Batista Balanta. Ball is intercepted, and a chance here now, but they're still not getting it out. And there is the determination of the Jamaican players there, just tracking him down, not allowing him the opportunity to get away with it. And Losada thought he had shaken off his man. However, he was being policed by Thomas all the way through.
Yes, that's good hustling there.
That's another deep ball played in. And once again, Daly picks up possession. And now he gets mugged, literally. And earns a free kick. So no goals yet. But neither goalkeeper forced a save. And that was the infringement. Good work here, but the use of the hands. And Daly again, he's in the wars early o'clock as he comes more and more into the game. Good football. This is Phillips. He's had a monster game. In fact, he scored in that semi-final encounter.
Giving it away there, Ruskin. Just need a bit of patience there. Needs to show some quality.
Should be, as you say, it's early days yet, so they're still trying to feel each other out, make sure that they understand what their roles are. De Leon. Seems like they're not sure who's going to do what with the ball. Again, they go for that long throw, but well, they've gained a fair distance, and they'll get another throw. So maybe we'll see another long throw launched into the area. We keep telling you about the long throws we saw early in the tournament. Those were long throws. We haven't seen anything like that since. This is not bad, but it's nowhere near what we referenced. And this could be an interesting one coming in. And good defense, though. As Pickett up here is angling again, pretty much in the mold of Winston Anglin, the former Jamaican great, who unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago. But here's the Captain Green doing well.
Keeping it, showing his strength there.
Green again, Cole, he was trying to return the favor, but the defender didn't bite on a fake. But he still keeps possession. So again, you can see the teams trying to feel each other out. Maybe put the ball down on the ground a little bit more and try to move it around. Unpleasant door, just knocking on the door, probably a little more than their opponents. And might run into trouble there. Luckily, he got out of harm's way, looking up for some movement. Everything is a little bit quicker now, and they're under march. They don't have anything down the right side. Everything is left side. So he does well. He keeps possession. And here's a shot just over the bar.
That's a great effort there, Ruskin. Just a bit too high. Didn't dip early enough, but seems like the goalkeeper had it covered there, Ruskin.
Yes, this is the captain, Almonte. He just took a look, and you could see plenty of swerve on that one. And just not coming down for him. But it might have been interested if it was under the bar, seeing what type of save the goalkeeper, whether he would have tried to catch it or push it. Let's see what happens. So again, the game is just being stretched a little bit now. We just had action there, stretch it back down at the other end, so they're not wasting time. They're trying to develop plays quickly and trying to see if they could prize open and get that all-important early goal. That's so important to both teams. There's Reed, who scored the penalty to start the scoring in their game against Robin Hood in the semi-final. The penalty with the slowest run-up. And it was a long run-up too. He took his time. He was like, dang. It's like everything was in slow motion. And then eventually he just The quickest thing was when he actually kicked the ball, that final stride, and applied the amount of power that he wanted. And that's a good tackle. No, says the referee. Took his man in the process. So another free kick to Jamaica. They choked up a couple. Osada trying to ensure that the ball is taken from the exact spot, but that's not his concern right now. They need to defend this. Look at how many white shirts are getting close to the area, so they have to be very careful. Here's a little tug, and that could be a card because the referee just turned around in time to catch it might have been a little, what we call a clothesline, but he certainly tugged at him, and there was Daly trying to get into position, and he was just sort of derailed, if you know what I mean. He was going one way, and then he just got tugged and was thrown out of stride. There's another lovely ball in, and a lot of confusion. That should be a corner kick.
That was a good ball there, Ruskin. Just needed someone to get their head onto that. Good piece, low trajectory.
Yeah, he didn't try to float it in, he hit it. He actually put pace on it. And they're going to get a corner kick here now, Mount Pleasant. And it's Daly who will be the provider. With the left foot. And that's a deep one. Again, coming in there. And they're going to get another corner kick on the other side. Daly is not going to run over, but Reed it is who will be the provider from that side. So Mount Pleasant, just a little more pressure now. There's a quick one, yes, and that's good defending. It might result in a throw-in. Actually, no, it's going there. But again, flat, no real flight. It's just coming at you quickly. All you need to do is make some kind of solid contact and redirect it.
Flicked on, but a bit too much onto it. He just needed a slighter touch.
So Mount Pleasant just starting to put there. The goalkeeper is coming. That he was a hero in the last game, and save one, score one, win the match. Easy does it. And I'm sure he will want to repeat that. Almonte. And there is Daly again. A little bit of miscommunication there. Just the pass was not the best. Anglin being harassed. Daly trying to get it back inside to Anglin, but
I didn't see that pass. Ruskin
trying to force that one. Yes. Yep. Coming forward again, doing good work here is Ming. Back it goes to Daly. Daly with the return.
Heavy touch here.
And yes, he was just pushed out, forced wide. Good pressure coming there from Almonte, the captain, coming back and just leaning on his man. Once again, ball just about the half line. Here we come again now. Good opportunity now for Hurtado. There's a ball in just over everybody there and can't keep it in. It just floated. Thomas wasn't going to get to it, but it was the man in the middle who was just looking there, Mata. But it just had a little too much mustard on it. And it sailed over his head, outside of the right boot.
Trying to find that man in the middle.
Just get away from him. They got another corner kick now. So we just had two corners in a row on this end. Here we are up at the other end now. So the game has a little bit of flow to it at the moment, even though we haven't had any big saves or anything like that from either goalkeeper. That was a strong header back into the melee. I'm not sure if that's what he intended. But here they come again. Good reverse pass. Early ball in. And pressure here because it's going to bounce. And then it's going to create problems. Shot. Deflected away for another corner kick. Good persistence there.
Yes, Ruskin, they are fighting for every ball there. This is where, as a defender, can't let that ball drop in the box. Cause chaos.
Yeah, you definitely want to get it out of it. Gomez had a good swing with the left foot. Here they are again, shaping as if they're going to play a short corner. So they're actually pulling two Jamaican players out there. Phillips had to come. There's another one inside. And he had a header. He actually headed it the wrong direction.
He had a free header, Ruskin, a free one. Just to get it on target.
He was under a little pressure, but you really want to bury those. And it seems like he was falling down. I'm not sure if he was being held, but that's not a bad throw-in at all. And now it's a fight to try to see who gets possession of it. So now the action is at the other end. There's another looping one inside.
That's a powerful clearance there, Ruskin. Good header.
And trying his best there with a bicycle. And not going to read as well. And away they come. Here's Phillips now. Daly for Mount Pleasant. Change the line a little bit. Tries to go through two players. Gets upended.
Trying to do a bit too much. Just needed to flick that one on the outside there, Ruskin, for the overlapping wing back. Made a long run, 40 yards dash.
To make a... Just not to get it. They almost picked it up. The ball never went out. And there is the infringement. And certainly is... I think the Mount Pleasant players are obviously in tune to what the Este players are trying to do. Every time the ball stops, whether it's a foul or anything like that, they stand on the ball. So they prevent you from playing a quick pass.
I think the referee has to get hold of that early.
So you could see nobody's backing down here. Both teams showing a little bit of fight, a little feistiness. Phillips again, good early ball.
Missed control there. That was a very good ball there, Ruskin.
Yep, Daly not able to control that one. He's off to a good start. He just probably needs to finish some of what he's started. Bradford, though, has been...
Ruskin, he's finding himself in some dangerous position there.
There's Bradford coming short for it. Back it goes as they try to bring it out to the back. Ming and Cummings. As back to Ming it goes as they try to build. Here is Anglin. This is another good run from him. Played inside. Who is going to come and claim it? Anglin almost got their chance here. And just too high. And another good opening there. Good set play, but Reed just couldn't control it.
Yes, muffed the shot there, Ruskin. The bounce, the pressure forced him to muff that shot there, Ruskin.
Yep, you could see Bradford trying to shield his man off, screen it. That's a good header from Daly. And now Reed trying his best there, and it's being held. And this should be the first card of the game. Yep. And the referee's kind of lost his patience here.
And I think that's a very good card there, Ruskin. I think he needs to take control of the game, because if he continues without giving any card, I think they will continue doing that. So he has to stamp it out early.
So Losada, who was one of the guilty men a short while ago, so he gets the first yellow after just 18 minutes. And here again, you see, look at how late they're moving away from the ball. So it's like a consistent pattern of theirs to just stand on the ball even though the free kick has been given, and they try to either keep possession of it or they stand in your way. And obviously asking the referee to make the decision. But let's see what happens here. It's a shot save by the goalkeeper. It might have been going wide, but he probably couldn't tell exactly what was happening. So Almonte decided he was going to go for it and brought out the save.
Listen, look at this. Low. Just on the outside. Very good shot. Looking like wanted to cool back into that post there, far post there, Ruskin.
Yes, we have another player down now. He's rolling out. That's De Leon. And rolling on the ground there as if his world is coming to an end. And, referee says, "Get up, young man." But he's just a little bit gingery. So here's Daly again. When he played it short the first time, and that resulted in that. Here is a chance, takes a deflection. That too is going to go for another corner. Or it's a goal kick rather.
Came off his own player.
Yep. So he was trying to get the early shot in. Clearance not the best. Yep, and it got into the body of Ming there. Ming was bricking for dear life. That's a good clearance. Getting beyond the half line. Here they come again. Now he has nothing to his left, but he decides to delay it a little bit. And now he's getting some kind of support. De Leon was trying to thread the needle there. And now they can build once more. So this is that sort of token pressure that they tend to set to see if they could get you to turn the ball over early. And
ooh, that's a very strong tackle there.
That's a card. That could very well be a yellow card, or it should be a yellow card.
It could have been a red too, as Ruskin. That was a very nasty tackle there, Ruskin.
Yeah, but he got there late, and he just went through his man. And it's almost a foregone conclusion. The referee has no option but to issue a card there. You look at the ball, it ran away from him, and he just went right through.
Wow, Ruskin, that's a hard one. Ruskin, if you had any VAR there, VAR might have called the referee in to play there, Ruskin. Look at it.
Yeah, he just went
Left,
through the
yes.
ball. Yeah, the ball had gone already. And
didn't try to even pull out there, Ruskin.
Now the ball was meant for him, so he now had to track it down, and in his anxiety to get the ball, realized that he wasn't going to get there before the defender, but he still went through with the tackle. And now both of them are down, receiving treatment. And but one is going to get a yellow card.
Both getting treatment.
And both getting treatment. Now that's a kind of challenge that could really force a substitution. It could force a substitution for both teams because you're not sure what kind of damage was done there, because it's almost like both knees collided, both shins collided. And you could see both men still getting treatment there. Neither one of them have gotten up as yet. And it's just you don't want to call it a clumsy challenge. It was, but it was late.
It was a needless challenge, Ruskin.
But obviously in his haste to get there, Perez just went through with the tackle. And look at the outcome. The ball gone, and he just went right through the man's legs and sent him sprawling. And he too is having difficulty. Now he's back on his feet, so too. But he's still getting treatment.
Yes, Ruskin, you could see he's in a bit of discomfort there.
Yeah, it's one of those challenges that you don't like to see, and Ming also feeling the effects of that, the weight of that challenge.
Yes, Ruskin, it's a very hard challenge, Ruskin. You'll be very sore.
Yep, he's not happy at all. It might take him a little while to get through it. But he seems to be okay. Interestingly, the referee hasn't asked for both players to come off.
Ruskin, he'll be struggling. I'm watching him.
Yep, both of them.
Don't be surprised if he
over time. Yeah.
Yes, he will ask for a change. He's not moving pretty well here, Ruskin.
We'll see. Sometimes all it takes is one ball to come his way, and then he has to do something. What he has to hope for is that it's not another heavy challenge coming his way. And you got a corner kick for that. Yeah, he is still limping, and but maybe he was just going to try to run it out. I'm sure Theodore Whitmore and the staff will keep a close eye on him. If he has a foot race and he cannot keep up, well, then you know something is wrong. Here's Daly, and again, nice opportunity there now. Here is the ball in, Daniel. That one just not good shot. Good first time effort. Bradford saved by the goalkeeper. Brilliant work from Almonte.
It's a very good shot there. Through the crowd, but a very good save there by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Bradford got into position quickly. Set it up on the right foot. One touch, two, and it's on its way. And look at the save. He almost actually went past the ball and then had to kind of reach back over his right shoulder to tip it over the bar. And here's the corner kick. This time it's headed away. That's the replay showing what is happening there. And Mount Pleasant putting on a bit of a press here now as they look to get going. The referee was a little bit delayed there, and we have another player going down and not happy at all. And the referee, this is Phillips, who on this occasion was the one dishing out punishment there. And you could see Gomez just keeling over. He tried to keep playing, and then he realized that there was pain there. So now they got an opportunity, a hydration break, to get some more instructions from the technical staff. But an interesting first 25 minutes or so, because both teams have been fighting, maybe more so the Mount Pleasant team. Just for the moment, though, their kicking, their shots on goal have not been the best. Although we just saw a brilliant save from goalkeeper Almonte.
Yes, Almonte has made a couple saves. This is one here.
And this was the free kick, the card. Yeah, he sent Ming flying. And probably lucky to only get a yellow. But that's the referee's call. And you could still see Ming just a little jerky getting back in position there. And now you're going to have another restart. It's a little bit.
You will really feel the effects of that blow tomorrow, Ruskin. Later on.
Certainly is one of those bruises that you will remember for some time. That's not a bad ball, but again, stepped down in the area there, shot just taken away, and Really, it was very, very close indeed. You could just see the defender stretching there for all it's worth. And when the shot came, it was just, you just had to tug it because of that leg that the defender stuck out there. Here's another one of those 50-50 clashes, but this time, no such outcome in terms of a collision. Mount Pleasant, though, trying their best to wear down their opponents. Bradford. And not the best of clearances. Now here's Daly. Looks up, sees Phillips screaming away from him. Going down the right-hand side. He opted to go left side instead.
Really making good use of his deliveries with Ruskin. He's making the bad choices, Ruskin.
Here is Ming. Ming is still not 100%, but he's
solely on.
Yep, he's getting on with the job at hand. Good ball again here. Again is Green, and taken away from him. It's going to be another corner kick. So when they come forward with good composure and great intentions. They look positive, the Mount Pleasant team, and they're just probing right now. They haven't been able to break through just yet, but they're not far off. Maybe one additional pass, one more telling pass might be the difference.
Ruskin, if you keep knocking on a door, sometime that door might open, Ruskin.
This time they played short, another opportunity, but you have to control that. This is a good kicking ground. There's no need to hurry and try to do that. Green had plenty of time.
Leaning back. Needs to get over that.
Yeah, and you rue those misses because you don't want to create all these opportunities and not be rewarded. Again, ball somehow stayed in. And big battle is on. And the referee says it's going to be Mount Pleasant's ball. And again, the Del Este coaching staff not happy. And here's why. It really came out of the boot of angling, of the leg of angling. But the officials, the referee, and the assistant concluded that it was the ball to the blue and white. The men in red and white weren't happy. So we play on as they continue to press. And again, look at how they're just kind of setting the trap there. They're just pushing them wide and trying to close down passing lanes and forcing them into these types of ball. This is that's, as they say, meat and gravy for the Jamaican defenders. And so they'll just gobble that up all day. And here they are again. They're so athletic and so flexible. Daly, quickly. Phillips now. Good interpassing. And Green wants it. And eventually he'll get it. Now, this is another opportunity here. Thomas overruns it, though. And again, more frustration for Mount Pleasant. They're doing all the spade work here, but nothing to show for it just yet. Phillips, good early ball in, gets it back. Here's Daly now. He again has opportunity to run, slip past one. What a challenge. He went around him almost like a basketballer trying to make a steal from behind the back of the ball carrier.
Ruskin Bailey just trying to do a bit too much. Sometimes he has to play that simple pass.
Yep, and here they go again. That's not a bad ball, and it's still on. Excellent work once again. And here is the man who was brought down earlier, but he's back on his feet now. And everybody is trying to push forward. And Stroza with the opportunity here, despite the yellow card, we see Perez and company still fighting. And no card, no whistle blown there. That's a tight
Dangerous.
ball, yep. And putting pressure on his man to have to come and just try to get to the ball first. And just clearing it away. If it was a better pass, who knows, he had an option wide. And this is what the Mount Pleasant players are creating. Because the players are so quick and so aggressive in their tackles, they're almost forcing you to hustle, even though you have time and space, and you don't need to hustle. There's it again. You can't dwell on the ball for too long, and because if you do, it might very well be taken away from you, and not just taken away from you, but you might very well get punished for it. So everything now is being done at breakneck pace, and as a result, some of the passes are not, some easy passes are not accurate.
Yes, Ruskin, when you are being pressured, the easy pass seems to be very difficult.
Because you have to do it quickly. Most times you have two touches, one to control and the other one to pass. Anything after that, you're asking for trouble. But the infringement was called, so maybe that the referee felt contributed to the errant pass. No goals yet. This is the final of the CFU Club Shield 2026. And Mount Pleasant in the blue and white, and Delfines del Este in the red and white with the blue trousers. That's another good tackle there. Bradford did well though, but if you had to pick out one of the top defenders of the tournament, you really would have to look at Balanta, the big number 2 at the back for Del Este. He's tall, he's aggressive, very rangy, and
that's what you need from a good defender, Ruskin.
Yep. Scored a good penalty too on Friday night. And that's the good thing. Now, I am thinking, you know, we have our own league, pro league, starting here, and you could see a number of players who, if available, can actually help some of the local clubs in terms of advancing their performances and improving their performances. This one just skied literally by Sanchez. But look at how far back he's coming. He's not prepared to just stand there. And there's the referee. Let's play continue. It might have been a little scrape on the leg, and but play develops all the same. It continues once more. Here's Almonte. Goes from right to left. Player is still down, and they're gonna play it out. Are they? No, they're gonna keep it in play. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Mount Pleasant tries to stop it just to get it out, and they will do it now. So the referee can have it now. He's gotten up, Phillips. So all the concern seem to be a mute.
For the first to be a tough boy here, man. Ruskin.
Because you realize he was down for a while, and the referee didn't stop playing. The game just continued without him. So still no goals yet. 37 minutes, almost 37 and a half in the first half of this encounter. Both teams battling here, but so far neither one could with the breakthrough. Could this be the opportunity now? Screaming going down there is Green, and able to pick himself up and angling with a good ball, and goes back to Green, who forced the penalty in the semi-final game. Here's Daly, shot coming, I would imagine, and he ran into problems there. He basically had one defender he probably could have tried to beat. He elected to go inside, never got kicking room.
I think Bailey's just taking one touch too many.
That is. He decides to go past one.
A shot there.
Yep. And then he just ran into problems there.
You don't need You just need a half chance, Ruskin.
Yeah. And with his left foot right there, if he just release it there, because he had a good angle.
Good angle to aim for the last post. Yep. Look at it.
Right there. Shot from right there, but he opted to go inside instead.
You take a shot, you could have deflected and go into the goal as well, Ruskin.
Yeah,
you have to take that half chance.
Yep. He's trying to get a perfect shot, and in a game as tight as this, sometimes that perfect shot, it doesn't come. That's not a bad ball in.
Just needed someone run into that first post.
Almonte again, very alert.
Good keeping there, Ruskin. Taking the pressure off his team.
Yeah, he's really been outstanding throughout the tournament. He's not the biggest goalkeeper, but he's quite capable.
He's very agile, Ruskin.
As we've seen time and again, not just with the penalty kicks, people will remember him with the penalty kicks, but it's not just the penalty kicks, it's during the game. We've already seen a bit of it here with that save when he pushed one over the bar, and then the other one when he had to go low down to his left and push it around the post. And so he anticipates well. So still no goals. We're entering the 40th minute of play. Here they come again. Just trying to control it. Thomas trying to control the middle of the park here. And Phillips. Actually, he has switched sides now, Phillips. He's come back. He's come over on the right-hand side here. Now this is Ming, who was the recipient of that crunching tackle that resulted in the yellow card. And the first attempt not perfect, but he got it back. Cummings now turning, twisting again, coming back there, angling.
Good ball.
Coming in, see, now here's Phillips. He's come over on the right hand side. This is more, he's a little more comfortable on this side. And you could hear instructions coming from the stands. And sometimes I wonder if the players even hear that and pay attention to it. But there is a gentleman connected with the Mount Pleasant.
Asking you here, but he doesn't listen. The only person you listen to is your coach.
Yes, again, just screaming out there. Green thought he was being fouled, but the referee says play on. 41 in the 42nd minute now. Mount Pleasant pressing here, looking for an opening. It hasn't come as yet. Cummings gets it forward. Chance down the sides of Phillips now. Can he get the cross in? Even that is charged down. So, again, neither team being able to execute to the fullest just yet. But De Leon just getting in the way of that one and conceding a corner kick. This is what, about the fifth corner for
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant. This gentleman is very much into the game. In fact, he's hollering he's louder than the referee's whistle. Daly, as the referee again has to sort out a little bit of pushing and pulling in the area. So, let's see now what gives. Daly once more. Can he finally produce something? Gets it now. Is he going to go for the return ball? He gets it now. This is, and that too is just deflected. Never got it to where he wanted it to go. Good movement again. Back it comes to Phillips. He looks up and he sees he had Thomas out here. Or rather Reed. He decides to give it back to Philip. The goalkeeper is coming. And once again, coming to the edge of the area. And starts the counter-attack now. But quickly over there is angling to stop that counter-attack quickly.
Asking those looping balls. He's really coming and take those balls off his defenders. Taking that pressure. If you have to hit that ball, you have to put some pace into it, Ruskin.
Yep. And you can't afford to miss. This could be interesting here. And he got away with it. But it really was close because the attacker had a chance and he saw the opportunity, put his foot in there, and he just couldn't snatch it away at that point in time. But here they come now. This is going to be interesting. Can he get around it? He cannot. And it's going to be a goal kick to the men in red. So the Dominican Republic, Delfines del Este, holding their own here against a very rampant Mount Pleasant outfit. But so far, still goalless. You see a few officials, apart from the referees and some of the other officials. We have other delegates who are here going through other aspects of development of the sport in the region. And so they would have had quite a few workshops. And we would hope enjoy their stay here in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, it's emancipation here, so they probably would have seen and experienced a little bit of the
local talent, Ruskin.
The African culture on full display, and some of the cuisine as well. That's another good ball, good flick on. Here is Phillips now. He's trying to get inside, but always running into trouble there. Not just one defender, but three. And they took it. That's his good anticipation here. And look at the big fella again, just doing enough to, but doing too much, says the referee, as Bradford was just pinned to the ground there. And there it is again. They just stand on the ball, so you can't take it quickly. And there are three of them there. One man in blue and white, but there are three red and white shirts there, ensuring that that early cross doesn't come. 3 minutes of added on time. So we have a minimum of 3 minutes. Could be more if there's another lengthy stoppage or so. We'll wait to see. But a good opportunity here. It's a good angle and everything. Now a two-man wall. Can they get something here? Daly again charged with the responsibility. The referee is asking that the wall, the two-man wall, step back a couple paces just inside the area. He doesn't have his white spray. Normally he would just draw his own line.
Yes, he has his white spray, but he hasn't used it.
Encourage them to stand behind that line.
He seems to have his white spray at his back, but it seems there for some style.
Daly decides. Now again, the referee is having a word. It's been a real feisty affair. A lot of little pulling, tugging, and we've had some crunching tackles as well. Here they go again, and it's played short, and across the area it goes. Shot takes a deflection, and it's gonna roll. It's gone for another corner kick. So it stays down at this end. So Del Este can't get out of their own area for the moment. This one is in, and again, it's eventually cleared away by De Leon.
His delivery, Ruskin, didn't even beat the first post.
Yeah, so they need to really sort out how they're going to break down this defense totally. But they have, they're showing good encouraging signs. They just haven't been able to really put it where they want. Here's Thomas now. Here's a big challenge in the area. The goalkeeper this time decides against it. And we saw two players going down there. And that's dangerous because you don't want to give the officials any opportunity to blow the whistle, especially in the area. And you could see Theodore Whitmore calling on the referee, what do you need to call a penalty? Clear evidence. That's probably what his response would be. Opportunity now. De Leon.
The referee's just letting things slide here a bit too much, Ruskin.
Plays it around Losada. And here is Almonte. Decides to just cool it down now. Almost 3 minutes gone. I suppose they're just playing for that final whistle right now. And they're waiting for the half time. Still no whistle. And here is the goalkeeper. He is well out of his area, but he does well. And they eventually get possession now. Are they going to launch it forward? No, they decide they're going to just hold it and build it. Or are they? That's a good ball, but again, not red. They play on though, and the referee allowing play to continue. Still no whistle. And so we went past the 3 minutes. We have 3.5 minutes of added on time. So the whistle could come any minute now. And there it is. So that is the end of the first half of this encounter, the final of the CFU Club Shield 2026 here at the Addo Stadium. And at the half, Mount Pleasant FA, Delfines del Este, nil. That's the halftime score. And Sid, a lot of huffing and puffing, but nothing to show.
Yes, Ruskin, huffing and puffing, and the house haven't been blown down as yet, Ruskin. The goalkeeper for Delfines has done his job, keeping them at 0-0. Couple brilliant saves. Mount Pleasant is probing, but still hasn't found the final pass. Good defensive work there by Delfines. For this half, I have to say it's a back and forth because Delfines hasn't really pushed forward. They are more defensive side, but they will try to play defensive and counter attack as much as possible. They haven't really come forward in the attacking part in the game as yet, Ruskin. So we'll see for the second half if they might open up a bit.
Well, we certainly look forward to that. So at the half, it is Mount Pleasant of Jamaica 0, Delfines del Este of the Dominican Republic 0.
Doesn't matter if you speak English or if your native tongue is French, Spanish, or Dutch. It doesn't matter if you are male or female, young or young at heart. We in the Caribbean Football Union speak the same language. Football.
Football.
Football. Football.
Football.
And we speak with one voice.
So once again, we wish to thank the TTFA for hosting the 2026 CFU Club Shield, streaming on Blue Flow's premium streaming service, home to every Premier League game, and of course the CPL T20 tournament as well. So here we have the kickoff for the second half. Just the one change in this one so far, and Rodriguez, number 30, is on for Delfines del Este as they look to try and see if they could finally break this deadlock, or if anything, shore up that defensive wall of theirs, which has worked well so far, but nothing to show in terms of goals in this one. Sid, now is the time, because you have one final half. It's not a bad ball, good control, but look at the pressure. It's coming on both sides, and eventually they win it back.
Yes. Delfines, when they are defending Ruskin, they 3-4 around the ball.
Yeah, they're not big in terms of the physicality, but they're very present, and they move quickly to cover a lot of ground in a short period of time. And he's trying his best there, Thomas, Ricardo Thomas, to try to keep it in. The man with the orange boots. Said you ever wore orange boot yet?
No Ruskin, but I know I've worn red and green.
Red and green.
That's Ruskin.
It is amazing. You see all these different colors. In fact, in the World Cup, you saw where they had so many players wore the red boot during the World Cup.
Ruskin, well, I wore a red and a green in the World Cup. Red, green, and plus a white. So.
Oh, you see, this is the you wore red, you wore white, and you wore green. You needed a black pair of boots, a traditional pair of boots. Then you would have been a true Trini.
Well, Ruskin, sponsor didn't send me any black.
Any black ones. And that's what I was telling somebody. I said, why so many? Because somebody did ask me that, and I told them, I said, because you look at all the sponsors, they all have a green boot. Just not a bad ball in there, but once again, Almonte is alert to the danger. And I was telling him that. I say, if you look at it, it's not just like Nike. Adidas had one. They all seem to have one of those sort of red boots or orange boots, as the case might have been.
Well, yes, Ruskin, like in the World Cup, they seems to have that orange because they said the orange or the pink, the pink or something. Yeah, pink.
Contrast to the green.
It was more.
It was visible. You could recognize it a lot easier. This is good football again. They're just doing enough. Shutting down space. Here's Sanchez. Can they finally break this deadlock here? Sanchez going in and immediately has support. That too takes a deflection. So those crosses have not been as telling as they needed to be. Green hammered away there from Sanchez. And here's another yellow card. Now, he already has a yellow card. So if he gets a second yellow card here, that could be curtains. And he got a yellow card for picking up the ball and just throwing it away. Now, watch at it here. After the tackle, there he comes in. He picks up the ball, and then he throws it away. He's already on a yellow card. And
I think that will be his final warning.
Yeah,
Ruskin, he's trying to tell the players, leave the ball. Once the whistle blow and it's not your ball, leave that ball because you are stopping the game from flowing.
Yep, Losada is very lucky there, and because he could so easily have been given a yellow card for that delay in the game. But another corner kick to Mount Pleasant. They're picking up from where they left off in the first half.
And that will have been a very hard way to be sent off, Ruskin.
Yeah, but he knows he's on a yellow card. It's not like he don't know. He knew that he was on a yellow, so you have to be smart. And you put your team in trouble if he got sent off. That's a great ball in. Another chance here, but easy take for the goalkeeper. And probably just a little too strong. But the tackle coming in once again, working all over the field There is Reed.
Got to work right there. Willingness to work off the ball, Ruskin.
Yep. Or try to win it back. That's the scenario here. And this could be interesting here if we could just get the handle on it.
Good touch.
Yep. Good early pass. Now they're looking to spread it wide now. This is where the plays tend to break down a little bit. The crosses have not been the best. And we have more of the same here now. A nice little ball. That's a good ball to the corner flag. And has an opportunity to get the ball in. And nobody there. Just the one red and white shirt in that general vicinity. Opportunity again for Reed. Plays a great ball there. Bradford leaves it. Here is Green on his left foot. Tries to get it to the back post. Man approaching. And saved. Still the goalkeeper can't get it. It's in. Well. The defender got in the way of the goalkeeper. And somehow the deflection settled right there in front of them. And Bradford is the man who breaks the deadlock in the 51st minute of play. It wasn't pretty, but they will take it.
Man's down seems not motionless.
Yeah, but again, you look at it here. It's a great ball, a great dummy, first of all, by Bradford to free up Green. Now the return ball comes in. Look at it. The goalkeeper got the hand on it, and he took it away from the defender, and Bradford was the quickest to react. And there it is, 1-0 in the 51st minute.
That's the break Mount Pleasant was looking for. Great counter attack. Just one mistake, Ruskin.
And now they have to contend with these injuries.
Ruskin, and this is where the game could be more interesting. Will Delfines try to come out now of their shell, their defensive shell, to try to get this one goal back? This is what the game, I think, needed, a goal, to see more attacking.
I think the more concern for them is right now is the goalkeeper. And because he has been the lifeblood of this team. And they can ill afford to lose him. And remember, his injury is as a result of a collision with his own teammate, as they kind of got in each other's way. Now, the keeper got a hand on the ball first up, but he couldn't know that the defender might have been in a better position to clear it. You see, he got the touch, and then he took it away from the defender as the clearance was coming. And look at how quickly Bradford reacted to that loose ball.
Yes, Ruskin, someone has to call. Someone has to shout. But in that moment, I think
he has a little bruise. And his teammate, though, is still down. And only now is he getting up there, because he, too, is going. The medical staff on the ready there. See, he was trying quickly to try to get to the ball, but he was beaten to it by Bradford, and Bradford's followed through. He might have just rolled up on him as well. And again, you're seeing where the referee is, players are getting a lot of attention, but they just resuming play, almost before the whistle is even blown. They're back on the field, or they haven't left the field at all.
Yeah.
So, leniency showing there.
A bit of leniency, a lot of leniency.
But now it's one thing to play chasing the game. Now you have the lead. Do you try to protect it, or do you go in a shell and just play defense, or do you continue to do the things that you've been doing? There's an opportunity now, and still going, still trying to knife his way through. And but no room at the inn, as they say. Nothing doing. So again, it's just, and this is fine with Mount Pleasant. and because they don't mind just wearing down their opponents and just keeping time. That's a good ball. Phillips out there picks up now. You have Anglin, who's waiting. There goes Phillips again. He was the one making space down that right-hand side earlier, and here he goes again, but ball a little too short. So now, as Sid was saying, maybe this might just change the attitude of the Del Este outfit. Sanchez can't get it through on that occasion. Thomas is in the way. Anglin seeing a lot more of the ball now in the second half. That's another great ball, and that could cause some problems here. Yes, Green is on his way and taken away from him. That's excellent defense there from De Leon.
Trying to get that one in onto his right foot to make that shot off.
Cut in nicely, a good crisp cut, big angle. You could see him just almost turning at a 45-degree angle there, trying to go across the defender. But he got his foot in the way and kept it out here. Now Reed looking for some help, not finding any ahead of him.
Very strong guy on the ball.
Yes, but yeah, now they come another one at the back post. Green is there, but he cannot finish it off. Well. Unmarked at the back post. He really needed to hit it to the far corner, back to where it came, as they say. And he tried to sneak it in at the near post, but he got it much too straight.
Yes, he needs to put that back across the face of the goal.
Daniel Green there would love to get that chance back. So here we go again. The referee just trying to keep control of the game and keep it flowing. And that's the part of the game that is not Del Este's strength. And but more importantly, that's playing straight into the hands
of Mount Pleasant. Yes,
of Mount Pleasant. So coming off now, Sanchez is going to come off, and he has been replaced by Valerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for Delfines del Este in the 50 minutes. Leading the game, and number 20, Lucius Sanchez. Entering the game, number 8,
talk himself into a card.
And that is certainly nothing, but they've done it so often in the game that they really set themselves up here. The referee is the man in charge, so
Number 14.
Yeah, Mata.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card was issued to Delfines del Este, number 14, Yon Ramos Mata, and 15.
And they can't lose their cool here. They have to stay focused and stay locked in. They're down a goal, yes, but as we say in sport, a 1-0 lead is an unhealthy lead in football. So you're not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. And here they have another heavy collision, but they're back on their wheels. Here is Daly back onto his left foot. And but again, just those simple passes that they're hurrying and they're losing out. Reed.
Strong tackle coming in there.
And we have another player down in the area again, but it's going to be a corner kick for Mount Pleasant. Good early ball, and there was Reed trying to get to the end of that one, Thomas, but the tackle came much too quickly. So now you're starting to see the Jamaican attackers find big gaping holes. There's another early cross in. Dealt with in the end quite nicely. But they wouldn't mind that too much. This is exactly what they would like to see, just to keep the ball and allow the time to run off the clock as much as possible. And they are very good at this. They will wear you down and they'll just keep probing.
Let's get a look at their spacing.
Yep, Reed, that's a great ball. Again, Thomas is back there, but very well read. And they just give it away. So it's not getting beyond the half line much for Del Este. This is not good news for them. Chance for a shot. Saved again by the goalkeeper. Probably not the power that Daly wanted. He tried to place it more than anything else.
Just need a little more.
Chance here, but the referee says of an infringement. Bradford, who scored the opening goal, his eyes probably lit up there as he was charging towards goal again. He ruled it all over. He was trying to place it into that far corner. So one goal separating these two teams here. Ball flicked to, and that's not a bad header, but the follow-up play wasn't right, wasn't on there. Hurtado didn't read it all that well.
A long throw.
Phillips does well, gets it all the way back there to Ming. Ming just taking his time, and this is where you see how they start to just kind of wear you down, because they keep in possession and they spread in the play from one side to the next, just keeping the defenders off balance as much as possible. And here they win another throw. So 61 minutes, 61 and a half gone so far in this game. One goal, a 51st minute item from Shaquille Bradford for Mount Pleasant. And they will try to milk this for as long as they possibly can. What they don't want is to concede here now. But they have to defend this. But they have good numbers back. 6 in the area, as opposed to 4 red and white shirts. That's part of the predicament. That's not a bad ball. And aiming it at the back post there, trying to see if they could get Balanta at the end of it.
Yes, that's a bit overcooked. Just need to take a bit off.
Yeah, when you have a weapon like that, you want to use him. Give him a chance. Ball is just changing hands quickly. And here they come again as they look to rev it up. And Phillips and company won't mind that too much, because that's, as they say, they live for that. Just so that they can just keep the play, keep the Wolves from the door as much as possible.
Yes, keep them away from the goal.
Yep.
Pushing them back.
And again, look how deep they go again to start proceedings. Reed and Thomas, they all taking spells at controlling. This is Cummings. Sides, he's going to play it across, and they lose the handle on it now. A chance here. Can he get the shot in? And he tugged it wide. As he said, he looked up and he saw white and decided to try his luck. So we're going to have another substitution. Off comes Losada, and also Gomez is coming off.
And they need some injection on top.
Yeah, somebody has to provide a spark. So Diaz is on, and also coming on is Guzman.
Diego Losada and 9, Emmanuel Gomez. Entering the game at number 6, Alvaro Cabrera Guzman, and 7, Mackenson Diaz. Substitution.
So 2 quick substitutes. And now they get a chance to keep possession. Now they can build. Good isolation out there, but again, you could just see the blue shirts just providing cover. And it has to happen a little bit quicker for Del Este. It's still a little too pedestrian, and
Yes.
that's not going to hurt.
Just they're so accustomed playing that way that they're not defensively to come out of their shell and try to push for that push for that goal. Seems to be a bit of a problem for them, Erskine.
Well, if your setup is such that you when you're asked to change it, it's difficult to do so. Again, that early ball in is just tuning off the referee. You can't fool the referee with that. It's too easy. And so now Mount Pleasant, they decided they're going to take off Daly. And coming on in his place is going to be Bailey. So Daly gets taken off with a D, and Bailey is coming on with a B. So
just switching the first letter, Erskine.
A D for a B. And but you could see them. They're not flustered. They know what they're doing. They're very comfortable with this lead, and they're just trying to manage the game from here. And they're going to run some clock, but they're also going to make life difficult for you. If they catch you lapsing, then they're going to hit you with a quick strike. Once again, they just keep in possession now. Thomas and Reed getting more and more into the game now because they're coming deep for the ball. And here is Thomas again. Reed. Angling. Back to Reed. It goes back to Tom. It goes all the way back to Reed. And funny enough, Phillips just has a swipe at it, but it's tidied up by Anglin. And now Bradford, the goal scorer. He is right at the edge of the area, really putting up a big, what we call a Vistarama there. That's a big screen. And keeping his man off nicely, doing it all by himself. He didn't need any help, unfortunately, in the end. He needed help with the finish.
Yes, Erskine, he just needed to get that one on target. Just leaning back a bit. Just need to get that one over, lean over that one and striking that for the aim for the last post.
And again, ball given away. So nothing seems to be working right now for the men from the Dominican Republic. Del Este, they need somebody. And one, they need a goal, first of all, to draw level. But they also need to be aware that's a bad pass. It's like he didn't see the man in front of him. And the referee says, play on. It's almost like if he sat down under that challenge from Ming. So Thomas and company just keeping possession or Reed, taking his time, not hustling too much. He and Thomas keeping the ball and keeping it, I says, trying to play a little keep away. And all of this must result in something going forward. You can't just be playing it and don't have a finished product. Because all it takes is one ball to change hands, and next thing you know, they're on a counter-attack and you out of position. But look at how quickly they get back, bodies behind the ball. And look at the pace at which Del Este are bringing the ball forward. It's taken far too many touches for them to get it over the half line. And not only is it taking touches, it's taking time.
Yes, they are not committing players forward, Erskine.
Yeah, they go again. They have some numbers now. Valerio. And also getting involved there, Rodriguez.
But Erskine, with those numbers, there are a lot of numbers behind the ball as well for Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, they have good numbers back. And no chance. It has to be a quick play, a quick counter. And a lovely ball there. Here is Valero trying to play it on the ground. That's very difficult to get through all that traffic along the ground. So we have another. Is it the official is going to get a yellow card? One of the members of the coaching staff is, not sure who, maybe one of the coaches on the bench. So it's all happening. It's not the head coach. He was not the where the card was aimed at. There is the assistant. So now, Mount Pleasant, something has to change for Del Este. They just can't continue to just play and allow the Mount Pleasant team to just gobble up all the loose balls and just control the game from deep in their own half, as they're doing now. Ball comes up, and they're on the march now, though. Del Este. Excellent work. He's being brought down. That is a free kick, and this time he got the call. Rodriguez. He's a small man, and he read it well. So it's a yellow card for Reed. So the ball is taken away from him. Or for Green, rather, as the ball is taken away from him. And then you could see him kicking, grabbing, just trying to stop him from going forward. And for his troubles, you get a yellow card. So Green, the captain, also gets a yellow.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card has been issued to Mount Pleasant FC, number 9, Daniel Green, in the 72nd minute.
So 70, being the 72nd minute of play. And this looks promising. The delivery, though, has to be good. And why it has to be good is because there's so many capable defenders, good headers of the ball for Mount Pleasant. And that's like 3 or 4 passes that that took so long for them to make, that they certainly could have done earlier. That's not a bad ball, but well in position there is Davis. He hasn't had much to do, and I'm sure he must be thinking, at least I made a save.
Well, Davis, he doesn't have much to do, but whenever he's called upon, he's very efficient.
Another good kick out of Bradford, the goal scorer, goes past one man, then he's really just clipped as he's trying to go past his man. And he will get another free kick. Here he is. He goes easy. He's being held. And easy call for the referee. Bradford stays down. And we're going to have a couple substitutions as well. So I don't know if we're going to make it right away. For all you know, he might be one of the players. Actually, no. It's coming off is Green, the captain. So they're not going to try to... And also Bradford is coming off as well, the goal scorer.
Some energy.
Yep. So coming on is Fuller. We've seen him come on as a sub.
Many games. Yep. On number 21.
Yeah, we saw Fuller come on. And also coming on is McIntosh.
Yes, McIntosh, I think in one of the games he was one of their substitutes as well.
Yep.
Seems to be his go-to guys.
Yep. So they now have to defend this free kick here, as Mount Pleasant eyes a second goal, an insurance item. So critical period here now. This is not a bad ball, but it's easily intercepted. Kept away again, so it's just one of those days for Del Este. They just can't seem to get the rhythm that they want into their play, and that is the hydration break for the second half. So we're at the midway point of the second half. 74 and a half minutes gone. It's 1-0 in favor of Mount Pleasant. That was a goal there again. Nicely hooked back again. You see the goalkeeper taking the ball away from Balanta, and but it wasn't like a big swipe. He just kind of batted it away, and it just kind of sat there loose in the area. And there again was Bradford first to react and first to score, 1-0, and that's what is separating these two teams at the moment. But good approach work again from Mount Pleasant. And puts on a different spin on things here now for Del Este. Can they pick themselves up here now and really make something happen? It's not the easiest of situations for them, but I'm sure they will fight and fight and fight. But how do you change your stripes, if you know what I mean? If you're so used to playing a particular way, it's difficult. It's almost like they don't know how to play another way.
Yes, Ruskin. Yes, they just believe in just this very defensive structure. Doesn't have the attacking flair to really go forward and create. Yes, they might create chances, Ruskin, but they are not typically a very attacking side.
Yep, and their marking is what is letting them down, because there are a number of blue shirts running free in between those spaces, in between those passing lanes, and they just have to try to get there first. And it's going to be a free kick, and you could see the tackle coming, and it might be a yellow card as well. So he was after it. That's Anglin getting in there. Yes, he caught him just a little bit late. The ball had gone, and then the tackle came.
Anglin is saying the ball can pass, not you.
Yep. That's the Armark philosophy on defending. Only one could pass.
I prefer my whole team back and defend.
Yep.
And you get past me.
So could this be the moment now for Del Este? They have to at least make an effort to try to get back on level terms.
Ruskin, look at how many blues are in the box.
Yep.
And how many red and white.
Yeah, they have to. First thing here is the delivery now. The man standing up there is almost like he's being wasted there, because you want to get the red shirts in the area so that they can help. And here he is now just undercutting his man, but the referee says no foul. And that was a big man going up there again, trying to create something. Balanta. You see it coming there, and Anglin just kind of stooped under him. So never had a chance. McIntosh misses out there, and but still they keep possession. Here's another good ball, but look at how quickly the space is closed down. It was a good ball played over to the right hand side there, but Fuller saw the danger and immediately closed it on. Guzman had no opportunity to control it. There's another ball played in, and up. Blue shirts everywhere.
Using his hands, no need. He's going away from goal.
So Fuller gives away that free kick, and now there's another opportunity for them to get the ball into the area. But again, you almost compelled to want to change the angle, because just hitting it into the area isn't going to do it for you. The referee says no, play on. This time they get the ball in. This is a chance, but the control just isn't there. And they're off to the races now. Look at the big fella trying to get back there, but he's way behind, and he's into the area trying to get back inside, loses out. Still a chance, but again they're finished just not there.
Chance wasted there to go 2 up.
Yep, that was the opportunity. And we have another yellow card issued there because you saw the tackle coming in from way up. And that was the chance there. Guzman remonstrating there, and he gets a yellow for his protesting. It goes from bad to worse because Batista is now in some pain on the ground. The magic spray is out.
Ruskin, how many of those magic spray you have used, Ruskin?
It's cold as ice.
Really magic spray, Ruskin. You down on that ground, crying for pain, rolling. As you get that magic spray, you get up.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. Really magic spray, Ruskin.
So here he is now making his way.
I think we should use that magic spray in real life too as Ruskin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you see,
in our everyday life.
True, you never know. You need a boost. Now you see, look at the difference here. He's the player got the treatment. Now he is sent off the field before he's allowed to come back on. But almost every other occasion where we've had players down and receiving treatment, they've been allowed to just resume play. This is the first person that has been kept off the field. Now, is it because he went down? I don't know if the referee wasn't convinced, so he's going to probably leave him out there for a minute before he allows him to come back on.
Ruskin, he's the man in charge, so.
Because you saw where other players have been down. In fact, on both teams almost simultaneously, and both sides were receiving treatment. And it was for very long stretches, but attempted at a forward ball there, but easily handled. So Clifford Thomas starting it over. Cummings, Ming, and they're on the march once more. Here is Anglin working with Phillips. Ming. Back in the middle it comes, and Reed it is turning away, or Thomas rather, Clifford Thomas turning away from the pressure. That's a great ball, and but look who's out there again, and doing a great job. It's almost like he didn't see the blue shirt approaching, and that's really careless because it was so obvious. He was the nearest man to the ball. Thomas, again, just ruling it around there with his Ricardo Thomas. The two Thomases there, Ricardo and Clifford, combining. And this is more like it. This is good, sensible football. Take the air out of their opponents, creating all this space, all this time and space. Now they could attack. Phillips is to his right. Phillips is on his way. Chance here. There should be a goal. He misses.
Oh.
Well. That was the opportunity for the second goal. And they're not out of the woods yet, but they will still go. Fuller battling. And eventually he wins a free kick. But what an opportunity.
Very good ball.
there.
Oh, just missing it. Ball just taking a slight bounce there, Ruskin. And just bouncing over the striker foot. Look at it. Just needed to get a small touch there.
Yeah, he needed some kind of a touch there. Fuller trying to get inside. But they keep possession once again as a shot from distance. And
now ricocheting off his own player.
Yep. So they're still trying to get something going in front of that goal area. They're trying to keep the pressure on. And As I say, their spacing is so much better than Del Este. They know exactly what they need to do. And he
Giving
just
it
gave
away.
it back to him. Yeah, it's a back pass. It's almost like he didn't see him there. And unnecessary pressure, as they say.
Ruskin, they are so comfortable trying to know where the players are, but they have to be mindful.
Tough for him to keep it in. He cannot. It's going to be another goal kick. So time becoming a factor now. We're in the 86th minute of play. We should get about probably 4 minutes of added on time. So Mount Pleasant well on their way here. Can they finish the job? Ming. Phillips. That's a great ball. And trying to keep possession. There's a chance. Shot.
Wide.
Yep. It's been prevalent on both teams. They just haven't been able to really finish the job.
Ruskin, they have on their shooting boots, but not their scoring boots.
So I'm not sure. They have on boots. And this is part of the problem. That they're just not used to hustling like that. That's kind of like what it is. And we saw that earlier.
Good turn.
Yep. There's a great ball trying to get Fuller now, but look who's there with him. And certainly he's able to manage the situation very well. Keep it out. McIntosh was trying to play in his fellow substitute. Fuller kept it nicely, and away he goes again. But then he runs into problems, loses his footing, and loses the ball. And now they have numbers up. This could be interesting. Opportunity here now for Phillips. Waiting. Still not able to get the shot off. And Thomas decides he's going to slow it down. Angling. Back it goes. Thomas again. Out to Phillips. And McIntosh is out there lending support as well. So frustration for Del Este. They can't get the ball. And if you don't have the ball, you can't score.
No,
that
giving
might
it
help.
away.
Yep.
Too confident there.
But you see, look at how slow it is for them to even decide what to do with the ball. And as a result, it's just not, the choices just not there. It's just been a big block in front of them. Here's Fuller now, trying to knife his way through and runs into the big wall back there, but he was being impeded. And it's going to be another free kick. So tough going for Del Este. And they've run into a team that is very well organized. And everything is in sync other than maybe their finishing. If their finishing was better, they could have been 2 or 3 goals up by now.
Asking they know when to speed it up, when to slow it down.
Yeah, and that's the hallmark of a well-oiled team. Look at the blue shirts all over the place. Chance here now. Can he get it inside? And he just not able to connect. But they still have Thomas. Plays a nice little ball in. Fuller looking to turn his man. And holding on for dear life. Gets a yellow card for it. And you could see Theodore Whitmore signaling to his troops, get back. Now is not the time to dwell on a referee's call. Just get back on defense and set up that defensive wall that they've had all game long. So we're into the 90th minute, the final minute of regulation time, and we should see another 4 or 5 minutes. And once that ball is played up there, look, there's only blue shirts around it. This big fella, though, is going to try his luck.
really did.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official.
Yeah, 5 minutes of added on time now.
5 minutes will be added to the second half.
And that 5 minutes could seem like 50, because if they can't get the ball, it's not going to help. Fuller, who just got a yellow card, just wards his man off, plays a nice little ball, but way too straight.
Giving it away.
And here come Del Este now. No, the referee's blowing the whistle, so the player needs some assistance. And we see the coach now getting the yellow card, Jose Rodriguez. And look, this is Fuller.
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card has been issued to Delfines del Este's head coach, Jose Rodriguez, in minute 90+1.
So frustration all around for Del Este. And the time, they don't have any. That's the problem for Del Este right now.
Time is limited.
And watch their attacks. They have one man in the center, one on the wing on the right, and one on the wing on the left. And watch, they're just gobbling up those aerial balls. They have to get more bodies in and around the ball or those crosses. If you're going to cross it, and you could see the man with the ball pleading for some movement, but there's none. So it's really, it's like they're shooting themselves in the foot with their own strategies. A chance now to really launch this one in again. Hurtado plays it in, but they're trying to get it to the big fella, and he can't get there. And this is the opportunity now to no one in particular. And again, because everybody pushes out and just leaves one man. So that early ball, unless it's a pinpoint accurate ball, is always going to be a lottery. Chance here to get it in, does well. And the big fella is there once more, but he just doesn't have, he needs to clone himself and to play in 3 or 4 different positions all at once. Because like nobody else seems to know how to attack the ball and to get into position.
He's doing his job there.
Yep.
Erskine.
And he's giving them opportunities. They just don't seem to be able to take advantage. Now they get a free kick. And the referee wants it taken from the exact spot. We have a substitution now that is also taking place. More frustration for... So Reed is coming off, and coming on is Wilson. So Wilson is on, Reed is off. Reed, who scored that penalty to open the scoring in the semi-final. There's this one floated up, but again the header is off target.
Very difficult to score there.
Not very often you see.
Too straight.
And not only that, not very often you see them win headers in the area. But he couldn't control it. He couldn't get over it. Look at how much room out there now for McIntosh. Looks up, you see running into the area there now. A chance to return the favor. Just a little too strong.
Just needed a bit of calm there, Erskine. Just roll it slightly into him.
Yep. But they don't mind. It's taking time off the clock regardless. And they're just trying to see the game out now. And not really worry too much. And another good tackle once more. He's really here, there, and everywhere. Trying his best to keep his team in it. But it just don't have the kind of bad mind, as they say, to really go. It's just been too easy for the Mount Pleasant players. Now they get a chance here now. Can he release the ball? And yes, this is a great opportunity. It has to be a good cross. And opportunity now, the control just not there. And he goes down in the area. and stays down. And just when he needed a touch there, it doesn't come. And away they go again. This is a foot race now. And he's gone past his man. Still going. Goalkeeper is there. There should be misses. Well. Not for the first time. We've seen opportunities there. Here's Wilson, who just came on, taking his time. 5 minutes of added on time already elapsed. Fuller, Wilson. Still they're going. And coming back now, the referee takes a look at his watch. And eventually it's Kareemed out. But again, just one man is up right now in attack. And so it's really just a tough call. Who is he going to throw it to? There's nobody there. And the others are still, if you lose by 1 or you lose by 5 now, it doesn't make a difference. You're still lost.
Push.
Yep, so they have to come forward, but they're not even giving them an option here. And now this is a chance. And he just swung his foot. They didn't really try to bend it into that far post. But all eyes on the referee now. That should be it, because as soon as this ball is played, the final whistle looks like it's going to be sounded. 6:21 and counting of added on time. And that will be it, as suspected. The end of the game. 1 goal enough here for Mount Pleasant, as they have won the 2026 CFU Club Shield. 1 goal to nothing. A goal scored in the 51st minute by Shaquille Bradford. And no doubt a very crucial goal at that. But they really look like the only team that was going to score in this game.
Yes, Mount Pleasant really did look threatening from the set, from the game begins, Ruskin. But they actually get the goal in the 51st minute, Ruskin. And after that, they just try to keep the ball and pull Delfines out. They played smart. They played intelligent. They control the game, Ruskin. I couldn't ask for more from Mount Pleasant. They was a well-oiled team.
Yeah, they certainly looked the part.
But Delfines I didn't see the attacking prowess from them. Yeah. Defensively, yes, they are well structured. Defensively, they defend pretty well. But from the time they go down, Ruskin, you're not seeing the urgency to get forward and the gears to change, the creativity to get that equalizer.
Yeah, certainly it is. Here is some highlights. Ball played up there. This was a good opening there. Again, the finish not the best, but they still kept probing. And there's a free kick right at just outside the deep. Reed again.
Good save.
Trying from distance. Goalkeeper low to his left. And this was the free kick that when the collision occurred. He sent him into a little windmill there, a little spinneroo.
This is the goal, Ruskin.
Yeah, that's Ken Green played it to the back post, coming back across. The goalkeeper and the defender got into a little bit of a tangle there, and Bradford reacted the quickest. There's Green with the cross, good cross to the back post, and now who should have left it for whom there? That's the important thing. And the communication let them down badly there. And in the 51st minute, there was Bradford attacking it and beating the defender to the ball and getting there. That should have been goal number 2 right there, right across the face of the goal. A great opening, but no finish. And more opportunities here. Look at this one. And just couldn't get the ball going towards goal. In fact, he played it away from the goal.
Yes, he couldn't get his feet.
Yeah, couldn't get the angles right with the leg, with the boot. And that is that, as they say. But all the same, congratulations again to Mount Pleasant of Jamaica. They are back as champions here in the Club Shield. And no doubt, they, I'm sure, will be looking, just as Delfines del Este will be, they too will be looking forward to the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup coming up shortly. 10 teams involved in that, including the top 2 local Premier League teams here from Trinidad and Tobago, the defense force would be one, and of course the other coming out of San Fernando as well. So those 2 teams combined with these 2 plus the other 6 all qualified earlier, and so that should make for a very interesting tournament there. Now, of course, the top teams from there will then advance to the CONCACAF Cup, which is really where all of these teams want to go and want to be playing. So that's where the MLS teams would come into play as well. So a lot for them to play for, and I'm sure a lot of them will be dreaming, certainly from these 2 clubs, will be dreaming of moving on in that competition and trying to get the job done all the same. But so far, so good. It's mission accomplished for them. Both of them qualified for the Caribbean Cup, and now, as far as Mount Pleasant is concerned, they are crowned champions of the Club Shield for 2026. So plenty for them to smile about. And Sid, when you look at these teams, and you could see great quality, but again, the system allows them. It's like Tapper's designed a system of play that suits the talent that he has and the qualities that those players have, because they can all tackle. They all seem to be able to run fairly quickly. They close down space quickly. And if anything, it's just their finishing that kind of let them down in the past here. And we saw this throughout the tournament. But they're not the only team. It's maybe all the teams have that issue. But certainly in terms of their defensive structure and their whole approach, their whole attitude to playing, the way they play, it suits them. It's like an identity that they have.
Well, when you see Tapper with his coaching and his knowledge for the game, he understands the Jamaicans' system. The Jamaicans as well, Ruskin, they are athletes. First of all, they are very good athletes. So having them to do the 2 ends of the pitch, going forward and coming and defensive, they can do that because they are proud people. And once you have those kind of attitude, the attitude that doesn't give up, you can really work within that system. They just needs to do a bit more on their finishing for me.
If all else fail, don't concede. I think that's how they play the game. If you can't score, they mustn't score. And I think we saw that throughout the tournament. But again, congrats to Delfines del Este, because to get to the final was an achievement in itself. They too would advance. So that's reason for them to be happy. I don't think they're going to be particularly happy with their performance today, in the sense that they barely tested the goalkeeper. He didn't really have to make any dramatic saves.
Well, yes, Ruskin, but I have to say, Delfines team, basically they are a defensive team. From the quarterfinals to the semifinals, they won on penalties, because that's their strength, Ruskin. And yes, that's a way to start. Defensively, learn proper defending, but
you build from there.
Mm-hmm. Try to put some attacking prowess as well.
Yeah, it never happened for them. And maybe they were hoping to get to penalties again today. You never know.
Well,
but then they conceded.
It seems to me the way they were playing, they were playing for that, Ruskin.
Yeah, they set up with not conceding in mind. And it's just unfortunate that there was a mix-up between 2 of their better players that resulted in the goal. And because it really was the goalkeeper who just sort of batted the ball, Almonte. He didn't hit it far, and he got in the way of Balanta, the big defender at the back. And so he was the one getting ready there. Now let's take you downstairs as you get ready for a quick interview.
Éxito, ¿verdad? En lo que tenga pendiente. Hicieron un buen partido, pues aquí estamos. Muchas felicidades, como quiera, ¿verdad? Vas a cualificar a la Copa del Caribe con CACAF, así que mucho éxito allá.
Bueno, gracias y nada, a prepararnos para competir de la mejor manera en la Copa del Caribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lyndon Cooper will now present the token of
Gracias.
appreciation to the match officials in this evening's final. Referee Amari Majors of Bermuda, Assistant Referee Angelo Doyle of Barbados, Assistant Referee Alejandro Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the runners-up of 2026 CFU Club Shield, Delfines del Este of Dominican Republic.
So there we see the players. There's a goalkeeper, of course, Almonte, who's had a good tournament, and unfortunately came up on the losing end today. Remember, he was the hero in the last game, saved the penalty, and then scored a brilliant one. There is Mr. Kian Edwards, the president of the TTFA, helping out. Jason Roberts, part of the technical team for the TTFA, and of course, Lyndon Cooper, the CFU president, doing the honors here today at the Bolden Stadium. So these are the runners-up medals being presented, and of course, spare thought for Almonte, Balanta, Batista, Gomez, Hurtado, De Leon, Mata, Christopher Almonte, Sanchez, Losada, and Perez. They were the starters, and of course you had the subs: Campana, the reserve keeper, Guzman, Diaz, Valero, Coelho, and Rodriguez, Eric Rodriguez, substitute. So, and there's the big number 11 there, Inestrosa. And the technical team, of course, the head coach is Jose Rodriguez, assistant coaches Carlos Uribe, Johannes Hernandez, who's a goalkeeping coach. The doctor is Moses Frias, and the physical trainer is Pedro Estevez. So congratulations to all of them, and I'm sure they would have enjoyed their stay here. They took their team all the way to the final. Unfortunately, they came up just short in the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the winners of the 2026 CFU Club Shield, Mount Pleasant.
So now we get ready for the gold medalists, the winners of the tournament from Mount Pleasant, Jamaica. As the players step forward to receive their medals, and we just see the substitute Bailey, who came on. Also having a good game there would have been Thomas, Clifford Thomas. There was Anglin, and of course Reed. Fuller, the substitute, also getting involved. There's your goal scorer, Shaquille Bradford. The lone goal in the 51st minute. Also coming on as a sub there was McIntosh. And there's a big man, Cummings, who's been consistent throughout. The reserve goalkeeper, Foster, Kenmar Foster, also involved. Jamoy Topi, also in the mix. We didn't see Johnson Judy today, but we saw this young man starting in his place. Daly, very busy indeed. And of course, Davis, can't say the same for him. He had a relatively quiet day today, but he protected the Citadel very well. Also missing out today was Interville, but Ming, he was the recipient of that crunching tackle. There's Philip, one of the stars of the tournament, and of course the coaches. And there, of course, is Theodore Whitmore, the man they call Tapper, receiving his medal. The head coach of the Mount Pleasant team, and I'm sure very, very happy indeed. And there is the captain, Now coming forward to receive his medal, Daniel Green, the captain of the Mount Pleasant team. He will get to lift the trophy in a short while. I'm sure he's looking forward to that. And I think when you get a winner's medal, it's always a proud moment at any level of any sport or any endeavor. You certainly look forward to doing great things or getting your just reward and stepping forward to do the honor with both Lyndon Cooper and John Edwards, assisted by Jason Roberts. So here they go now. Mr. Lyndon Cooper presenting to Daniel Green from Mount Pleasant, champions of the 2026 CFU Club Shield, right here at the Atto Boldon Stadium in Central Trinidad. Here are your champions for 2026. Mount Pleasant, 1-0 winners over Delfines del Este. Del Este doing it in style. Deserving champions indeed. And they worked hard. They're unbeaten throughout the tournament. And as they say, last man standing. And they're standing as champions for 2026. Congratulations again to them. And congratulations to all the teams as the tournament has come to an end. And last year was the Mocha from the Dominican Republic hoisting the trophy. This year, it's the men out of Mount Pleasant, Jamaica, who are duly crowned 2026 CFU Club Shield champions. And the two finalists from today, Delfines del Este. Del Este, they will go through to the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup tournament, which starts pretty soon, so they won't have much time to rest. But you can't help but celebrate their success here today. And they had their Jamaican National Day a couple of days ago, but this is just more reason for them to celebrate and to be proud. Their team, their athletes were doing well at the Commonwealth Games. Their footballers are doing well here at the Atto Boldon Stadium, winning the CFU Club Shield for 2026. Again, you can't help but thank the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association for hosting the 2026 CFU Club Shield. Of course, streaming on Blue Flow's premium streaming service, home to every 2026 CPL T20 match, the Premier League and the Champions League and more. You could ask your local Flow representatives how to subscribe. And the 2026 CFU Under 14 Challenge Series is upon us, August the 16th to the 23rd in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. So as we leave you from the Atto Boldon Stadium, let's celebrate the champion team here today from Mount Pleasant, champions of the 2026 CFU Club Shield. I think we're just standing by to get a quick interview with either the captain or the coach. We certainly look forward to just grabbing one of them. Of course, Tapa is busy celebrating in the champions banner, and I'm sure he will be only too happy to step forward now and he prays on his players, the coaches and the supporters who have certainly done their bit to make this a successful one for them, and no doubt they must be very, very happy indeed. So just standing by to listen up to the interview
Pleasant, Theodore Whitmore. Theodore, congratulations on a championship in the bag.
Thank you very much. Well deserved, you know.
The performance that day today was excellent. How do you think about your team?
First, I must say thank to the father up above, the owner of the club, you know, Mr. Peter Gould, the technical staff, the players, the management, you know, the fans back home. I think they deserve this. We put a lot of hard work over the past couple of weeks, you know, and I think would have met our objective this afternoon.
This tournament, your thoughts about it?
Very good tournament. As I said before, you know, it gives you a chance to really play against quality opponent. We have the Caribbean and the CONCACAF Club Championship right around the corner. So, you know, would have gotten quality practice game going into this tournament. So I think it's a good tournament.
Of course, you're going to defend your championship at the Caribbean CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. How do you look forward to that?
As I said before, preparation been going good so far, and would have used these games as a warm-up game, and each game I think would have seen improvement. There are areas that need to be worked on, but we go back now. We have a few days to prepare for the CONCACAF Club Championship.
Any words for the Jamaican fans?
Well, as I said before, I think they deserve it. We miss out on the Jamaica Premier League, so it's one more title, you know. So I think they deserve it.
Okay, coach. Thanks. All the best going forward.
Thank you very much.
Well, we're here with the scorer of the winning goal, the Captain Bradford. Yeah, Daniel Gooding. Yeah. So, congratulations. You're into the next round, and you're also champions. Your feelings?
Well, it's a tremendous feeling for everyone because we come into this league to win and to qualify for the next round. So it's a great feeling on our winning momentum going forward.
A short turnaround as you set your eyes on defending the cup that you won last year in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. How are you all going to be dealing with that?
Yes, we're going to take it step by step and game by game. We just work together as a team. We go back to the training ground and prepare again.
Now, this tournament was a knockout, so you had to win to reach here. You're going into a more group stage. How does you change your tactics going into that?
As I said, it's the tactics is really about from the coach. We as a player, we just listen to what they tell us and we go out there and get the job done. So it's not much for us, but it's just for the team as how we prepare going forward.
Okay, thanks very much and all the best going forward.
All right, thank you.
So again, that's the captain Daniel Green there chatting with us, and as you can see, the players taking turns with the Champions Trophy. Congratulations to them once again. Mount Pleasant, the champions. They had to work hard. They did that, and they've come out smelling of roses. Most importantly, they have the trophy to prove that they are in fact the champions of 2026. Of course, our congratulations also to Del Este. They certainly give it their best shot, but it wasn't enough on the day, and they couldn't be the ones lifting the trophy. But it's blue and white from Mount Pleasant, and they are the champions. Congratulations to the organizers, to all the technical people, all the support staff, all the volunteers, and of course to all the players from the various teams from whichever country they came from, they represented. And now it's the last man standing, and that's the Jamaican outfit, Mount Pleasant, who are the champions for 2026. And of course, we want to thank the TTFA for hosting the 2026 CFU Club Shield, and of course, streaming on Blue, Flow's premium streaming service. home to every 2026 CPL T20 match, Premier League, Champions League, and a whole lot more. Ask your local Flow representatives how to subscribe today. And the 2026 CFU Under 14 Challenge Series Boys is up next from August the 16th to the 23rd in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. Remember the National Carnival Commission, we wish to thank them of Trinidad and Tobago and the Media 22 for their kind cooperation. Champions, all the same, the technical staff for Mount Pleasant, led by head coach Theodore Whitmore.